Hi, welcome to another episode of David Rides a Trike. I'm David and I'm riding a Trike. Before I get started, I'd like to thank Bob Rogers from Hawaiian Trike Tours. It's a great channel, check it out. But his latest video, which I think came out last Sunday, he mentioned and sang a little bit of the old Roger Miller song, King of the Road. And thanks to him, I've had that song in my head every single time I've ridden this week. Today being number 4. Not that I'm counting or anything. So Bob, thanks for that. I make videos trying to motivate people with chronic illnesses and disabilities to find some fun form of outdoor exercise, because doing so can be both therapeutic and who can't use a little more fun. Personally, I fall into both the chronically ill and disabled categories. I was diagnosed as a type 1 diabetic when I was 1.5 years old. I had a pancreas transplant when I was 41 that cured me of the diabetes. I've had 3 organ transplants in all. I am legally blind. I've had stage 3 cancer that was successfully treated with surgery and chemotherapy. I've had all kinds of hospitalizations for numerous things. And right now I'm battling stage 4 cancer that is spread through a lot of my body. But I'm still out riding and loving my trike riding. Today, well, let's go back to last week. As many of you might know, there was a lottery, the Mega Millions, that was worth, I don't know, 1.2 billion, some crazy number like that. So we bought a ticket, because we only buy them when they get up that high. If we were only to win like 2, 3, 4 million, that's just not enough. But we bought a ticket, and I immediately started dreaming of what I would do with the money. And a lot of my thoughts turned to trike riding. So I thought I'd give you my 3 trike wishes. If I were to come into a lot of money, this is what I would do. Number 1 on my wish list would be to get the ICE Full Fat. For those of you who don't know, the Full Fat is a fat tire trike made by ICE, who is the manufacturer of my trike that I'm riding now, the ICE Sprint X Shore. But I think in 2013 or 14, they custom built a fat tire trike that allowed a woman to be the first person ever to ride a bike, in this case a trike, to the South Pole. And I guess they got so many inquiries, they decided to make it a production model. But I would love the ICE Full Fat so I could ride this trail in the winter. I think it would be just amazing to see this trail. These trees covered with snow would be absolutely beautiful. I've been out here walking in the winter, but riding the trike would be pretty amazing, I think. Now, the ICE Full Fat doesn't come cheaply, of course, and since this is my wish list, I would want it with e-assist. I'm actually not even sure if it's available with full suspension or not, but if it does, it's my wish list. I want it. And I think the price would be somewhere around 14 or 15 grand. So that's definitely a big wish on my wish list. Number 2, as I've mentioned, I'm a big fan of the Tour de France. And one of my favorite climbs, a lot of people's favorite climbs that they do, not every year, but quite often, is riding up Alpe d'Huez. Alpe d'Huez is a mountain in the French Alps, and it is famous because it has 21 switchbacks. So you zigzag your way up the mountain. And it's a very difficult climb, not one of the most difficult, but it's always so much fun to watch these guys zigzagging their way up the mountain, and I would love to do the same on my trike, and once again, of course, with e-assist. Not sure if I could do it otherwise, maybe. And it is in the same category. Wish to be would be to ride Mont Ventoux, which is another mountain that's often done in the Tour de France. And it's notable because besides being a very difficult climb, it goes above the tree line. So you reach a point where it kind of looks like the surface of the moon. It's very barren and just large rocks, and it's really an epic climb, and I would love to attempt that sometime. And finally, I would love to have the weather be just like this 5 days a week. Now, let's set aside whatever global catastrophe would have to happen for that to occur, but today it's in the mid-80s. The humidity isn't too bad. There's a gentle breeze out of the southeast, not a cloud in the sky, and it is just really an amazing day. It feels so good to be out. You ride in the sections of the sun and it warms you up, and then you head into the shade and it cools you off a little bit. And it's a kind of day where you just feel like you could be out all day. So I would like that, let's say 5 days a week. Let's make it 4. 5. And then, nope, there goes my bike computer talking to me. So 5 days a week like this. 1 day a week will take rain because otherwise the trail will get too dry. And 1 day a week have the snow so I could ride my full fat through the snow. So I don't think that's asking too much. A global climate change so I could have the exact weather that I would like. A trip to France with my trike to ride up a couple of the famous mountains of the Tour de France, and the ice full fat. A fat tire trike so I could ride around here in the winter and not be confined just to riding up and down my street. So those are my 3 items on my wish list. Let me know if you were to come across an old trike that you rubbed and a genie popped out and you got a wish for each one of its wheels, what you would wish for down in the comment section below. Please, as always, please like, share, subscribe, all that stuff, and I will see you on the next ride. Bye-bye. Hi. Well, hi. Hi. As you can see, we have a friend here.